What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are diving back into the Ultra League Premier Cup within another amazing team. Now this team was not of my own creation, it was made by a fantastic member of the community, ThoTechtical. He's a Twitch streamer and he just started his YouTube channel as well, and he's a fantastic battler. Now there is links down in the comments and descriptions to his Twitch channel, to his Twitter, and to his new YouTube channel, so be sure to go check him out. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. He makes amazing teams, and this team today did phenomenal for me. Now, yesterday I know I talked about Tangrowth as being kind of like my best investment for Season 4, and rightfully so. It was a brand new power-up, and I am so happy I invested in it. But Gallade, I powered up back in Season 2, and I didn't utilize it to its full potential, or Season 3. I didn't utilize it to its full potential. And today I'm starting to really understand the power of Gallade, guys. This thing is incredibly strong. Yeah, I can't say enough about how good Gallade is. It just absolutely wrecks. So I would highly recommend you guys look to get one yourself, maybe for next season, right? Maybe do a long-term investment, get yourself a short list of the best Pokemon to really power up. I think Tangrowth and Gallade and Napoleon are probably those three top ones that I've seen so far that are like, yeah, you definitely want to have those in your roster. But after today's battles, we are going to do a kind of deep dive into a battle and talk about the decisions that I made, and then we're going to talk about the team as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the team and these battles. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. All right. Okay, so premise of this team, right? The Gallade on the safe swap. It's going to draw out probably the hardest counter for Toxicroak and let Toxicroak sweep endgame. So right here, we have Napoleon on the lead versus Swampert. A pretty decent matchup for us. And I'm assuming that this Swampert is running the Sludge Wave, because in Ultra League Premier Cup, Sludge Wave does a bit better in the matchup. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and not shield right here. I'm guessing it's just going to be a Hydro Cannon, but it was an Earthquake. We get one shot. This is why, just Gallade, take it away. Gallade's going to own this whole team. This is going to be beautiful. So we are going to have the shield right here, right? Hydro Cannon coming through. You got to stop that hard damage, but we're going to look to continue to farm energy. They do decide to swap out, so I'm going to go ahead and go into Toxicroak and save my energy on the Gallade. Now, Toxicroak right here is going to get hit by a drill run. It's going to do super effective damage, and a lot at that. But the thing with Toxicroak is it can do so much damage with counter and Mud Bomb right here that if they decide not to shield, which I could come back in with the Gallade, do a couple confusions, do a Leaf Blade. But what are you guys going to say? They decide not to shield. Our Toxicroak then can counter down, and we simultaneously take each other out. Now, Gallade has loaded energy in one shield. He has two Pokemon. So what we're going to do is we built up to 2 Leaf Blades right here. This first Leaf Blade should be getting the shield from the Swampert if they want to get another charge move off, which it does. And then we're going to go for another one right away. Really punish the Swampert if they want a double shield right here. They decide not to shield, so now it's Gallade versus Gallade, but we have 1 Confusion extra worth of energy, plus right here, you guys see I got in an extra fast attack. That is very key in the mirror match, because we're going to be able to shield right here, and then all I need to do is go for the back-to-back. I have it right here. Now we go for back-to-back Leaf Blades. It does neutral damage in the matchup and can take out about 40 to 50% of the health. So we get the shield right there and go for the next one right away. And because we were 1 Confusion ahead, we were able to take this game right there. So a really rocky start, right, with that Earthquake, but overall turned it around because of how good Gallade can be. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle here. All right. So yeah, Gallade, oh my goodness, guys, Gallade, I freaking love it. Every single time I use it, I just get reminded of how good it is. So if you guys want to continuously climb, definitely look for Gallade. All right, so we have a good matchup right here against Gengar. Gotta watch out for Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, really. But I'm just going to chunk right here and just go straight for the Hydro Cannon the second that I get it. I definitely need to get that shield, and Gengars are likely going to shield right here. Now, I'm going to risk not shielding whatever they decide to throw, because I'm hoping it's just going to be a Shadow Punch, considering that we did get a shield right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and not shield. If this is a Shadow Ball, which it is, ouch, we can come in with Gallade. Confusion does so much damage. You guys see how much damage that did right there? We can safely shield right here, get ahead on energy. It's because that poison typing on the Gengar takes super effective damage from psychic type moves. Now they bring in their own Gallade. We can't switch out, right? We have a Toxicroak in the back. This is the same situation as Game 4. We are so much farther ahead on energy, and Leaf Blade does such great neutral damage that we can basically farm down right here. I'm going to have to shield, right? But I can farm down this Gallade and keep stored energy, and this is why Gallade is just so deadly. If you can't stop it, We're going to see more games where harder counters kind of come out and how Gallade can handle that. But yeah, this is absolutely deadly. If they bring back in the Gengar, one Confusion will take it out and we'll get even more energy. So let's see how this goes. The Gengar does come back in. We're able to take it out right away. And then we are going to see a Lapras now come in. So I decided to go for the Leaf Blade right here because if my Toxicroak can take it out, I need to have a chance at the end to get off another Leaf Blade. We do get a shield right there. We're going to go ahead and go into the Toxicroak, and we're going to go straight for the Sludge Bomb. Counter damage is adding up. It's doing super effective damage. Sludge Bomb right here will be doing neutral in quite a bit. So hopefully we can take out this Lapras in time. Sludge Bomb, no, not enough. And they do get off a charge move. And I'm guessing this is probably going to be back-to-back Surf or a Skull Bash. And it is going to be a Skull Bash. But man, Toxicroak goes down, and here comes the Gallade. One Confusion, 1 HP in a Dream, and we get off the Leaf Blade. This is why energy is so amazing on the Gallade. We won that game with 1 HP and a Dream. All right, let's go ahead and move into the next battle here. So you guys are seeing some games where basically my Napoleon does pretty much nothing, or it does a little bit, right? It got us a shield chunk, some health, but we go down right away to fast moves or charge moves. So let's see how this game goes. We have Napoleon on the lead versus Escavalier. Bad matchup, right? Where that steel typing going to be taking super effective damage. So we're going to swap now into the Gallade. Now the Escavalier is deciding to stay in, which is actually pretty good for us. As long as we maintain the distance away from our Napoleon to this Escavalier, we can look pretty good. Now we are going to shield right here and see what move they do have. It is an Aerial Ace, which will be doing super effective damage. So what we're going to do is build up to 2 close combats. Now another charge move is coming through, and I decide to actually not shield right here and hope I can survive. We can with just a little bit amount of health. Now we're going to be going for close combat. If they decide not to shield, it's going to do neutral and absolutely destroy the Escavalier, which it does. Fantastic. We see now an Ampharos come in. So this Leaf Blade is going to be hopefully getting a shield because they may think it's a close combat, which we do. We do get the shield. Fantastic. Now we can align Toxicroak to Ampharos because we won that switch advantage, which is really, really good for us. Mud Bomb does super effective damage, right? It's a ground type move. Electric type Pokemon are very weak to ground type moves right here. So we'll probably be getting a shield here from the Ampharos, which we do. Showed a little visual glitch right there, but they did shield. Charge move now coming through. It's going to be a Thunder Punch. It hurts, but we're not going to shield just yet. Now I'm waiting for my opponent to possibly swap out, but they decide not to. So now we got to invest this shield right here. And I'm guessing they may try to swap out on the charge move. So I got to be really, really careful right here. They do decide to swap. So we're going to go straight into the Napoleon right here. Napoleon's going to be resisting, right? That Steel Water typing. We're going to resist Ice Shard, Ice Beam, Surf, Skull Bash, everything from this Lapras, which is fantastic. On top of that, we hit back with neutral damage on the Drill Peck. So we lost lead, right, to that Escavalier. We brought in the Gallade, made them want to stay in because they couldn't really bring in the Ampharos and they couldn't really bring in the Lapras, right, which is why Gallade is such a great safe swap, or you're going to draw out that counter. Now, right here in this matchup, we are resisting the Surf and Ice Shards. It's going to start adding up, but we're looking at our switch clock in the bottom right. We're going to go for another Drill Peck right here, and we are both going to be looking to swap right here. I'm looking to swap, basically. I know my switch clock is coming back up. Once this next Surf comes through, I'm switching, right? I'm switching. I want to get hard, fast move damage off, and I think my opponent is going to do the exact same. So we're going to switch right now, go for that fast move damage, and they do bring in their Ampharos as well, and we go straight for the Mud Bomb right here. This does super effective damage and should be taking out the Ampharos, but Ampharos barely survives with no health, but we're able to get a counter in right there, which is huge. We're going to be able to get another counter worth of damage on the Lapras, and then the Empoleon's going to come in and waterfall down, and that is going to be a good battle right there. Okay, moving into the next battle. Oh, that came down to the wire, but you guys saw that both my opponent and I had the same idea. Hard, fast move damage on the switch in to get ahead on energy, and we both did it at the same time, which really worked out for me. So we have Napoleon versus Polywrath. Terrible, terrible, terrible matchup. I'm going straight into the Gallade right here. Going to start chunking, and we see an Alolan Muck come in. Now, Alolan Muck is a good counter to Gallade, but Gallade can hit back with neutral damage with that close combat. So right here, I made a mistake. I should shield right here, right? I decide not to. I can survive Dark Pulse, and what I'm trying to do is go for back-to-back close combats right here. This first one should potentially get a shield from my opponent, hoping to get shield advantage. They decide not to shield, so now I'm going to go for Leaf Blade right here. Leaf Blade is going to do resisted damage, but enough to take away the Alolan Muck, but we do get a shield, which is fine. We go down, but right there, I could have flipped this matchup if I shielded that first Dark Pulse, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in with the Empoleon, charge move now coming through. through. It is going to be a Dark Pulse, but I'm not going to shield. I need to save shields against that Polywrath, which has Dynamic Punch. It's going to do a lot more damage. So we're going to see the Polywrath now come back in. We're going to build up to the Drill Peck and try to swap out. I tried to swap on the charge move right here, but we're going to have to shield. So I was hoping to catch Dynamic Punch right there on the Toxicroak, but we're going to go ahead and go for Drill Peck, right? Does super effective damage. We're going to try to catch the next charge move right here, or hopefully get the second shield. Okay, we land it, which is great. We're going to go ahead and swap back out, and now we see a Charizard come in, which is actually pretty good, right? Sludge Bomb does so much damage. We're going to overload on energy, and now we're going to go for the Sludge Bomb right here. It's going to do neutral against the Charizard, and a lot at that. So let's see if it lands. It does. Fantastic. We're going to start countering down, and my opponent does go for a charge move right here. I have to shield, right? I don't want to get hit with a Blast Burn, and it is a Blast Burn. Fantastic. I'm going to try to farm down right here, but my opponent gets off a Dragon Claw with 1 HP and a Dream, so this is going to chip enough health away from me to really start to hurt. So now we're going to counter down. I'm going to go for the Mud Bomb right here against the Polywrath. This will be getting the final shield from the Polywrath, and now we need to swap into the Napoleon, and I get my Switch Clock back up to hopefully get off enough fast moves. No, they do have a charge move ready to go. This is likely going to be Dynamic Punch, and Polywrath with Mud Shot should be able to finish off with fast moves against my Toxicroak, but don't get to the Mud Bomb in time, one fast move away. So very well played to my opponent right there. All right, let's move into the next battle here. So we have Napoleon on the lead versus Escavalier. Again, same thing. We're going to swap out right away, go straight into that Gallade right here. If they decide to stay in, we're going to look to shield that first charge move, right? We're going to load up on energy. They're staying in, so we're going to go ahead and shield. Now, I got to be careful that they're going to try to swap out as well on the charge move, and it was a Mega Horn, which is actually really, really good. That's a lot of energy dumped in, and actually they're deciding to stay in, which is fine with me. I'm going to go ahead and go for Leaf Blade right here. They're very close to a Drill Peck or an Aerial Ace, so I'm guessing they're going to want a shield, which they do. Fantastic. That is perfect for us. We're going to go ahead and shield right here. At least I should. No. Yeah, okay, I do. Okay. All right, so the Drill Run does come through. They swap out into Kingdra, which is beautiful. We can just spam charge moves right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for the Leaf Blade. This should be getting the shield from the Kingdra, which it does. And then we're going to go right away into the close combat right here. This is going to do a lot of neutral damage to the Kingdra. And then we're going to swap out into the Napoleon right here and farm down with Waterfall while resisting the charge move. The charge moves, right? Octazooka and Outrage, and on top of that, resisting the fast move of Dragon Breath as well. Now my attack did fall, which is unfortunate, but we did get quite a bit of energy. We still have Gallade in the back with some loaded energy, and Napoleon has a bit ready to go right here. Let's see if that Escavalier decides to come back in. It does. We have a Hydro Cannon ready to go. This is going to be doing neutral damage to the Escavalier, and hopefully it does enough damage to take it out. No, barely not enough right there. We're going to try to farm down, and we do. That is fantastic. We still have Toxicroak in the back, so now Lapras is going to be coming in. We're going to go ahead and go for Drill Peck right here. Things are going to get a bit scary. So we're going to go for Drill Peck. This is going to do neutral, and what I should do right here is go into my Toxicroak, but I don't. And they're just going to commit to farming me down. You guys can understand this is dangerous now. Now I can't swap out. I've stayed in too long that if I swap out, I'm just going to get hit with back-to-back Surf. So what we're going to do is make them use their energy. We're resisting so much damage right here. And hopefully I can get to another Drill Peck in time, which I can. And I think we just CMP tied, actually. I think they're at 100 energy or well above 100 energy. So they're going to have to throw right here. And they do decide to throw the Surf, which is fantastic. My Toxicroak really needed that. So in hindsight, what I should have done was swapped out right away when I could have and just gone for that counter damage. So now we're going to bring in the Toxicroak right here, right? Counter damage is going to add up. I tried to sack swap right there into the Gallade, didn't get it in time. That was a missed time by me. Surf's going to come through, and then we're going to just keep countering down and just pray, okay, I think we can survive this next Surf. Unless this is an Ice Beam, if it's just Surf, which it is, we can survive and just finish off with fast moves alone, and that is going to be a good battle right there. All right, moving into the next battle here. So yeah, this team was a lot of fun. Really surprised me how well it does, but it comes as no surprise. ThoTechtical made it, and his teams are always phenomenal, so it was great. I was just kind of worried off the top of my head seeing Napoleon, Toxicroak, and Gallade, but man, this team really does well. That's because of the damage that this team can put out. So we have Escavalier on the lead again. I don't know why I'm facing so many Escavaliers on the lead. We get a bit of lag, but we're coming in with the Gallade. They swap out right away into Togekiss. I'm like, okay, so in this matchup, we got to go for Leaf Blades right here. Now, we are going to go down. We cannot avoid the charm damage. That's just going to happen. What we need to do is chunk this Togekiss down as much as we can, and we do get to 2 Leaf Blades, which is really, really nice. If we went for close combat, it'd be double resisted because of that Fairy Flying typing. But look at that. We took Togekiss down extremely low. We can now come in with the Napoleon and look to farm down for energy, and they likely won't be able to get to a charge move in time, which is going to be really, really solid for us. So we come back in with a lot of energy. We are going to see the Escavalier now come in, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon right here. It's going to be doing neutral damage, not too much, but enough to really start chunking health right here, and we're going to swap right away into Toxicroak. Now the Escavalier is deciding to stay in, which tells me maybe there's something in the back weak. We're going to go ahead and shield right here. We do have 2 shields. We're going to block that drill run, and then we're going to look to counter down. Now they're staying in, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb right here. This does neutral damage to the Escavalier. And will they shield? They do decide to shield, and then they get off another charge move right here. So we're going to go ahead and shield ourselves and look to completely farm down, but they will likely be swapping out, which they do. They swap out, and they swap out into a Clefable. But what's great is we have a poison fighting typing, so we take neutral from that charm, and now we're going to be doing a lot of damage with the Sludge Bomb right here. That's nearly going to one-shot the Clefable. Please counter down. Please, 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 please. Yes, we counter down. Can we get to the Mud Bomb in time? No, we cannot. So I'm going to swap right away into my Napoleon. Look to hit as many waterfalls as I can. We get off another waterfall right there as the charge move comes through. So I'm hoping this Escavalier faints after. But no, we come back in and counter each other down for a tie. So really great battles right there. GG's to all my opponents. I believe that was the last one. No, we have another. All right. Let's move into the next battle. Man, that one came down to the wire right there. That was a great battle. All right, let's go ahead and see what this one is. This is Napoleon on the lead versus Dragonite. Ooh, okay, so this is a good matchup right here. Napoleon resists both the flying type moves and steel type moves. Now they swap out right away into Ampharos, so we can bring in our Toxicroak right here. Like we saw earlier, Thunder Punch doesn't do too much damage, so we're not going to be the first to shield. We're going to go ahead and let it go through. And then we're going to look to overfarm a bit on energy and then now go for the Mud Bomb right here. Hopefully we can land it and just keep that switch advantage, but let's see what happens. Mud Bomb does come through. They decided to shield. Again, another weird visual glitch. So we're going to go ahead and shield ourselves right here and look to get to another Mud Bomb, hopefully before they get to another Thunder Punch right here. So we do get to the Mud Bomb just in time right here against the Ampharos. This is going to be one-shotting the Ampharos with the remaining health that it does have. And we do get a second shield, which is really, really nice. But we lose our switch advantage. I think that's okay. We're going to go ahead and come in with the Gallade. Napoleon does have a bit of loaded energy as well, so we're going to go ahead and come in with the Gallade. We're not going to shield this first Thunder Punch right here. It's going to do neutral, but not enough for me to warrant a shield, and hopefully we can farm down. They swap out into the Dragonite, so now we can lock ourselves back in with the Napoleon right here and do neutral damage with the Drill Peck. That's what's fantastic here on Napoleon is not only can you cover those fighters, right, maybe, or grass, right, a Venusaur or a Tangrowth, but you can also cover flyers that would take resisted damage like a Dragonite from Hydro Cannon. So you hit neutral is super effective against a lot of the meta right here with this moveset. And we can completely commit to the farm down, which is great. We're going to go ahead and not shield. Remember, Gallade is phenomenal, and I still have one more shield left, so we're going to risk it for the biscuit and just completely farm down. Now, we may see the Ampharos come back in, so I'm going to go ahead and just be ready to spam that Hydro Cannon. And what will we see? No, it's going to be a Scizor right here, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and go for Hydro Cannon, then we're going to swap right away into the Gallade, get ahead on energy. They swap out into Ampharos. We fast move down with Confusion, and then we go straight for the close combat right here against the Scizor, and that is going to be a good battle. So really well played to my opponent, but Napoleon really loves those flyers because you're just going to be resisting all those moves, which is fantastic. And I believe that was the final battle. Yes, that was the final battle. All right. So now we're going to dive into one of the battles and talk about the decisions at each point in the battle that I made that helped me get a victory. Alright, so now we're going to do a little battle review, talk about the decisions that were made in this matchup. This was one of the first battles in the video, so let's go ahead and dive right into it here. So, we have Napoleon on the lead versus Gengar. First thing that I think about right here is this is a positive matchup for us. As long as we don't get hit with a hard-hitting move, we're doing okay, but if we do, like I said, we still have Gallade in the back. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to look to just go straight for Hydro Cannon. Waterfall absolutely chunks, and what I don't want to do is give up a shield on a Shadow Punch, right? So we're going to go for Hydro Cannon right here. This will one-shot the Gengar if they decide not to shield. We do get a shield, which is great, and then we're just going to look to farm down. Now, right here, I'm anticipating that, okay, maybe they're going to try to Shadow Punch me and go for back-to-back Shadow Punches, and that way I'm just not going to shield. If this is a Shadow Ball, right, which we know it was from earlier in the video, I can still come in with Gallade. If I didn't have something that could come in and hard farm down for energy, then I would have shielded right here, right? But because we have Gallade with that confusion, we're going to go ahead and risk it for the biscuit, and sadly we didn't get a biscuit this time. Shadow Ball hits us. This is why I come in with Gallade, and I want you to look how much health this Gengar has right here, right? We're getting off one confusion. Look at how much that did. It does so much. It's like 20% of Gengar's health with one confusion. Now, because it had so much energy, we are going to have to shield right here, right? We're part psychic typing, which means we're going to take super effective damage from ghost type moves. Now, they bring in their own Gallade right here. We cannot switch out, right? This is a decent matchup for us, but we can't bring in the Toxicroak because it is a fighting poison typing, so it's going to be taking even more damage. It's like 30-40% from a confusion. So we have to stay in this matchup, but look at the energy that we have. We already have one Leaf Blade, and we're about to get to another right here. So this is why you don't really want to swap in Gallades into the mirror match if you're behind, because look at, I'm one fast move away from a Leaf Blade right here. That means they're getting off their Leaf Blade, so we're going to go ahead and shield. And all I need to do is go for one more Leaf Blade, or just completely commit to the farm down. No, we're just going to go ahead and farm down right here. That was a different match I was thinking about. So we completely farm down. If they bring in Gengar, we can survive with one confusion. If they don't, I need to be ready to fire off a charge move. So they do bring in the Gengar, which means we take it down. And what we're going to see right here is I'm looking in the top right. I hope you guys can see it. Yeah, let me see if I can drag this down. Hold on. No, I can't really drag it down. Okay, anyways, in the top right, you can see the typing. That's where I stare. That's where my eyes are focused. And when I see a water ice typing, that's going to tell me 99.9% of the time in Ultra League Premier Cup, that means it's Lapras. We don't even see the name Lapras yet. So what I know is that my Leaf Blade, I almost have two. And Ice Shard may not do enough damage with the health that I have left. If I go for close combat, I expel too much energy. So what I need to do is go for the Leaf Blade right here. This is definitely going to be getting the shield from the opponent. They don't want to get one shot with a close combat or even get hit with Leaf Blade damage. And then we're going to swap out right away because I need to save that energy. On top of that, I need to get as far or catch up as much as I can with Toxicroak versus Lapras before they get to that Skull Bash, which is why we're going to be going for the Sludge Bomb here. It's going to do quite a bit of damage in the matchup. If we have Dynamic Punch, right, it would basically one-shot, but you want to be running Sludge Bomb, and hopefully we can counter down. No, they get to a charge move right here. So this is very, very dangerous because this is going to be Skull Bash. But because we kept that energy in the back, you guys can see right here, I need one confusion. So I'm going to be coming in. They get off one Ice Shard, which is literally 1 HP away from taking me out, but I'm able to get to the Leaf Blade right here to take out the Lapras. So the decisions right there on what charge move to use really helped me out, and literally 1 HP and a dream victory right there. So it really comes down to when you use your Gallade to really optimize the moves that you use, when you use them, why you use them, and that comes with experience and just getting used to the Pokemon itself. And honestly, it is a phenomenal Pokemon to bring to the Ultra League Premier Cup. So if you don't have one already, definitely look to put that on your list of future investments. Okay, heading over to pvpoke.com where you guys can check out rankings, do battle simulations, and do team building as well. We are here in the team builder section, Ultra League Premier Cup, and we have the team of Napoleon, Toxicroak, and Gallade. Now, when it comes to the moveset of this team, it's very vital to have every single move on this team. You want to have Waterfall, you're going to need that Hydro Cannon, which is a Community Day move, sadly, but you can acquire that through a trade, through a possible future event, or using Elite Charge TM. Now, we're utilizing Toxicroak as well. A very steep investment, and this is the first time I've been able to really make it work. I know there's probably some other great teams out there, so if you are running a Toxicroak with success, be sure to share that down in the comments for those looking to invest in that. And then with Gallade, literally, green light on a Gallade, right? Confusion, Close Combat, Leaf Blade. You guys do not need Synchronize, which is the Community Day move. You don't need that. You want Leaf Blade, Close Combat for the coverages. Confusion does enough psychic damage. Overall, the team, coverage, safety, and consistency, very, very strong, but doesn't have a lot of bulk. But what it really relies on is drawing out the hardest counter to Toxicroak, or absolutely destroying with that lead, having a hard lead win and hard covers in the back. When we take a look at the X's and O's here, great coverages, right? If we lose to Machamp, Venusaur, Escavalier, Gallade, Magnezone, we have great coverages in the back for that, which is fantastic. On top of that, Napoleon does really good against the Flyers. We saw that today against Togekiss, against Dragonite. I don't think there was any other Flyers today. Yeah, just those two, but it resists, right? That Steel typing is phenomenal to resist. Plus, you're going to be hitting neutral or resisted damage with Waterfall, but against Dragonite, it's still chunks and you still have Drill Peck. Overall, I think the team is very, very strong. It has a couple weaknesses, that being Gengar, which we did see today on the lead, but that's completely manageable, right? Waterfall absolutely chunks. We got a Hydro Cannon to get a shield, and you can come in and farm with Gallade. And that's what's important. On top of that, Gallade does well against this team, but you can still hit really hard back. But yeah, overall, I think it's a really, really solid team. ThoTechtical, thank you for making that. It was a great team. Thank you for sharing that with the community. And yeah, this was a lot of fun to use. Got me a lot of wins today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's team. And let me know down in the comments what you guys think. So like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.